now let's welcome our final guest this morning. Our next guest fronts one of the best live acts on the planet. He's a multi-million selling musician whose band Muse are loved worldwide for their dynamic songs and powerful performances. Their latest album, Drones, went straight to #1, the 5th time one of their albums has done this. Please welcome the mighty Matt Bellamy from Muse. Morning, Matt. How are you? Oh, great. Thank you so much for being here.
That was unbelievable, wasn't it? That's amazing.
It was lovely. It's all lovely. And now you're part of the loveliness.
Yeah, what an amazing entourage you have here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Say good morning to Matt, everybody.
Hello, good morning.
Nice people. Nice people. So nice. So, Matt, you're gonna make a huge announcement in a moment or two, some Muse news. But first of all, is it true that Dallas was the first tune you ever learned to play on the piano?
Oh, yes, it was. Yeah. I was about 3. The theme tune to Dallas. Yeah, my brother was very impressed that I could, like, he could play anything to me and I'd play it back. It was that was the first thing I ever played, and I was very proud of it. Yeah.
Now, Elton John gave us a piano here at Radio 2. It's outside in the hallway.
I can't play anymore. I've forgotten the part.
But hang on a minute, you just said you could play anything. So
when I was 3, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask you to sort of go back. Maybe get Paul McKenna in to sort of regret you back to those days later on, and the listeners can ask you to play any popular theme tune from the 80s on the piano side. Okay. So you and your pals, who are now the world famous Muse, you met at school. What age were you when you first eyed up your pals?
I was first in a band with Dom when I was about 14 or something. Yeah.
Right. So Dom came first and Chris came second.
Yeah, Chris came we were about 16. Yeah, he was in a band called Fixed Penalty. We were in a Gothic Plague. Which was,
so the band was called Gothic Plague.
Yeah, it was pretty. It's pretty dark side. That's what I can say. It was like we looked like The Cure, but sounded like, I don't know, like Iron Maiden or something. I don't know.
Which is all right, I suppose.
Yeah, it's not a bad combo. Yeah.
That's going somewhere, that journey, isn't it? And what other names did you have before you ended up with Muse?
Carnage Mayhem was another one.
Nice,
but my favourite was Rocket Baby Dolls. That was that was the name that Muse was when we first got together, the 3 of us. But we thought it was a little cheesy. It was actually named after a Japanese soft porn film, so I shouldn't mention that. But it's basically, it wasn't the most, it wasn't the coolest name. But we changed the Muse because it was more neutral, and we thought,
Okay, when was that an awkward meeting when you who brought up the fact that Rocket Baby Dolls maybe not was it in somebody's living room or at the pub or?
I can't remember.
Dutch courage involved.
I think it's when we saw it on a poster. It was just too long. It just it's like you couldn't Rocket. It's too many letters, too long. And Muse just looks so big on any poster. So even when you're like the support act, it looks big.
Muse is good, isn't it?
Yeah,
it almost looks like a mnemonic. You could have a dot after every letter, couldn't you? You could stand for something else. And who came up with Muse? The name Muse.
That was me and Dom. We actually we had a song called Muscle Museum. Actually, it was the first song we wrote called Muscle Museum. And in the dictionary between muscle and museum is the word Muse, and we just said let's go with that. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah. Well, thank heaven you did, eh?
Totally.
Seems to have worked out all right, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's gone very well.
Said, so this new album, Drones, went straight to #1. It's one of 5 of your albums to do so. What was wrong with the others?
They were all just it was all just build up for this one. What can I say? It was all practice and. But this is. Are you a big AC/DC fan? Is that right?
Well,
someone told me that.
Who isn't? I mean, that's the question.
Yeah, because Matt Lang, he produced this album.
I know,
and it was great. It was amazing working with him. He was like a full legend genius.
Back in Black, some kind of Amy Winehouse link there as well. I wonder if there'll be another Amy Winehouse link towards the end of the show. Maybe there will, maybe there won't. Can't remember all. We'll see. So now this new album, Drones. I've read that it's a concept album. Some kids listening on the way to school won't even know what that means. Would you like to explain to them what a concept album could be?
The album's not. people. Nowadays, it's gone back to singles again, hasn't it? Because no one's really getting albums anymore the way they used to. But back in the day, back in the 70s, which I'm sure you remember, I was that was when I was born. But it was a concept album was. You look like you may have bought a few concept albums. I could be wrong. But.
ELO on blue vinyl, full sleeve with the model of the spaceship. But anyway.
Yeah. But it's basically an album with a theme where every song has a connection or musical connection or whether a local connection. It's all about one thing.
Right, tells a story. Okay, yeah. and you're very pleased with this. Obviously, I saw some videos last night. I did actually. I researched you properly. I haven't seen Sally's show.
Not
and I took the wrong book home for Mark. I took Jamie.
Street? isn't it?
No, she's in the new show.
Oh, sorry,
5 years into the new show.
Don't worry, I'll get
Come
me
on,
coat.
she doesn't need this, honestly, from any of us. But no, and this is, the songs of this quite angry, aren't they? Are you still young enough to be angry?
Yeah,
From a musical point of view.
What year were you born in 73?
78.
78. Oh, I'm 73.
73, yeah, okay.
So I'm older.
It's not a competition.
All right.
66.
Are you 76?
66.
Are you 76?
So we're all the 70s
This is
kids.
dull now. This is dull now. I'm going to play a record. Sorry.
66.
Sorry, everyone. We just went dull.
We heard it.
Sorry.
66.
Sorry, we started talking about our ages and our birthdays on the radio. Okay. Muse news next. And Starlight on Radio 2. Very good, aren't you, man? It's very good, isn't it? It's a good song.
Is that a bit loud for Radio 2, isn't it?
No, it's fine. And they've got others as well, you know, not just the one. Brilliant. Come on, how good is that? I guess you're going for Friday morning.
I'm honoured. I'm honoured to be applauded by these guys here. I thought these guys were fantastic, by the way.
I think so. Cara's going to be playing live for us again in a moment or two. So, a morning of announcements here on Radio 2. Sally Lindsay, who's here to talk about the 5th series of Mount Pleasant, starting tonight at 9 p.m. on Sky One. Who hasn't seen the show? It's an amazing programme. Also here Earlier on, you may have just tuned in, she actually announced, she revealed that she is going to be the new Doctor Who, which is brilliant.
Did you not know?
And that's going to be revealed on Christmas Day on the telly, but you heard it here first on Radio 2. Mark Webber is going to be one of the new co-hosts of Top Gear, which is brilliant news. Thanks, Mark, for agreeing to do that. Thank you so much. This is all good news. So, just so as not to miss out on the act, Matt's brought some news as well, haven't you?
I've just been handed a piece of paper. Yeah, I finally got my tour dates. I've been waiting for these for ages. Yeah, we're doing a big tour of England, United Kingdom, and Europe, obviously, and yeah, next year, April. Can't wait. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing.
So this is a brand new Muse tour.
Yeah, based around the drones concept. So it's going to be lots of flying things going around the venue and all sorts of crazy stuff. It's going to be the most elaborate production we've ever done. So. It's going to be great. And we're going to be playing in the round as well, like a boxing ring, you know.
Okay, so this is in the middle of all the venues, and the arenas and the stadiums. And you've been voted Best Live Band since before time began, haven't you? Or something like that.
Not since before your time began, I don't think.
66! Okay, it was a good year, apparently. Not for my mum and dad, obviously, but for most of the rest of the world. And tickets go on sale when for this tour?
Sorry, let me read the news thing.
Come on, this is your news now.
On sale, Friday, September the 18th. There we go.
Hey, well
there we go. Got it.
Well, that's to the world, but your fans can go via their website on September 16th.
They can indead. Thank you very much for stepping in there. We love them so much. Can't wait.
So obviously, you love your music, you love your job, and you're hugely successful. But this live thing now, I mean, you know, I read about your tour this year, and you've had a great festival year as well. And the reviews for your live shows have been better than ever. So you get reviewed almost like a theatre production, don't you, Muse? Is there any pressure involved in that?
No, we love it, you know, because it's just the three of us. We always felt we had to compensate, give the crowd something else to look at, like cool visuals, cool theatrical elements, and all that kind of stuff. So we always put lots of effort into the show, you know.
Okay.
So yeah.
And so when you're making an album, because you have this reputation of being such a brilliant live band and worth going to see and people spending their hard-earned cash on, does sort of one influence the other? Is it possible for you your subconscious to think, we've got to tour this album?
It's almost gone the other way around, you know. It started off like make albums and you'd think about then how to do the tour, but now it's almost like the tour, you know. I thought the drones concept about a live thing more than before I started writing the album, you know. Because drones obviously lends itself to the idea of these objects flying around and all that kind of stuff. You know, it's like our version of the wall, basically. You know?
Okay, and so how far have you got along the artistic production of the live gigs next year? Are you?
We're pretty like I say halfway there. You know,
can you excite us. Will there be drones?
Yes, there'll be real military drones. I mean, they'll look like real. I mean, they won't actually have missiles on them. You know, but,
Can be tricky.
health and safety won't permit those.
Well, tell us about health and safety. Stopped you from doing something, didn't they?
Oh, loads of things. Yeah.
What was the first thing they stopped you from doing?
Well, it was mainly UFOs. We always wanted to have this. On the last couple tours, we had this giant UFO with a acrobat that would fall out and like do the sort of.
But didn't they stop you from jetpacking into New?
Yeah, there was that as well.
What was that? Tell us that story.
I used to have a paramotor years ago. Yeah, which looks like a jetpack. It's like a propeller. You know, it's not really a jet. But I wanted to land in Wembley Stadium with that, but that was not allowed. Obviously, tried to have helicopters over Wembley Stadium, wasn't allowed. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's endless. Yeah.
By the way, if you need an extra helicopter pilot, look no further than Sally Lindsay.
Or a TARDIS.
Because behind her is Mark. Mark, you still flying?
Yes.
Oh, cool, really? That's good. Yeah,
I can do that for you, mate. Yeah. Do you need to wear a yellow vest on stage as well, or?
Yeah.
Health and safety.
Why don't you come on in high-vis?
Yeah,
helmet,
exactly.
Helmet, high vis.
I do that.
Steel cap.
I do that anyway because I'm so small, just so people can see me. I usually wear bright red or bright orange. Yeah.
I don't think you're that small. People said to me, Matt's so small that when he walks towards you, he doesn't get any bigger. I don't believe that. Right. So I guess sticking around, hopefully. Haven't offended anybody too much this morning.
We're on fire.
No, you're good. I think you're pretty gentle right now. I think you can go deeper.
All right. Okay. Right, Cara Ehrman, though. Cara, some more live music. What are you going to play for us next?
It's my latest single, Quicksand.
Perfect. Thank you very much.